Canada Mental Health Associations and Organizations by Province. Chapter 1. Canada Mental Health Organizations by Province. Alberta Mental Health Associations and Organizations. Alberta.ca, Alberta. AADAC.com, Alberta Alcohol and Drug Abuse Commission, AADAC. AAMIMH.ca, Alberta Alliance on Mental Illness and Mental Health, AAMIMITE. ACSW.ab.ca, Alberta College of Social Workers, ACSW. AGLC.gov.ab.ca, Alberta Gaming and Liquor Commission, AGLC. ALBERTA-TR.org, Alberta Therapeutic Recreation Association, ATRA. AMHB.ab.ca, Alberta Mental Health Board, AMHB. CMHA.ab.ca, Canadian Mental Health Association, CMHA, Alberta Division. FAS-REGION3.com, Region 3 FAS Partnership, Fetal Alcohol Syndrome. ABAD.ca, Organization for Bipolar Affective Disorders Society, ABAD. Psychologists Association.ab.ca, Psychologists Association of Alberta, PA. RPNA.ab.ca, Registered Psychiatric Nurses Association of Alberta, RPNAT. Schizophrenia.ab.ca, Schizophrenia Society of Alberta, SSA. Selfhelpnetwork.org, Alberta Mental Health Self-Help Network. SSA-EDMONTON.com, Schizophrenia Society of Alberta, SSA, Edmonton and Area Chapter. British Columbia Mental Health Associations and Organizations. Gov.bc.ca, British Columbia. Gov.bc.ca/health, British Columbia Ministry of Health, Government of British Columbia. Adler.bc.ca, Adlerian Psychology Association of British Columbia, APABC. Anadi.bc.ca, Association for Awareness and Networking Around Disordered Eating, ANAD, British Columbia. AnxietyBC.com, Anxiety Disorders Association of British Columbia, ADABC. Arttherapy.bc.ca, British Columbia Art Therapy Association, GATA. BCASW.org, British Columbia Association of Social Workers, GASW. BC-COUNSELLORS.org, British Columbia Association of Clinical Counselors, CAC. BCliquorstores.com, British Columbia Liquor Distribution Branch, LDB, government agency that operates government liquor stores across the province. BCMA.org, British Columbia Medical Association, BCMA. BCMagic.com, British Columbia Marijuana Party. BCSS.org, British Columbia Schizophrenia Society, BCSS. BCTRA.org, British Columbia Therapeutic Recreation Association, BCTRA. CMHA-BC.org, Canadian Mental Health Association, British Columbia Division, CMHA-BC. CRPNBC.bc.ca, College of Registered Psychiatric Nurses of British Columbia, CRPNBC. edwardpeck.com/CCA, Canadian Counselling Associations, CCA, British Columbia and Yukon Chapter. Fetalalcohol.com, FASE Support Network of British Columbia, Fetal Alcohol Syndrome, FAS. FirstNationsTreatment.org, Association of British Columbia First Nations Treatment Programs, ABCNP. Gov.bc.ca/health, British Columbia Ministry of Health, Government of British Columbia. Healthservices.gov.bc.ca/MHD, Adult Mental Health Policy Division. MDABC.ca, Mood Disorders Association of British Columbia, MDA. MHECCU.ubc.ca, Mental Health Evaluation and Community Consultation Unit, MHECU. PHSA.ca, Provincial Health Services Authority, PHSA, British Columbia. pssg.gov.bc.ca/lclb/index.htm, British Columbia Liquor Control and Licensing Branch, LCLB. Psychologists.bc.ca, British Columbia Psychological Association, BCPA. TheVix.com, Vancouver Island Compassion Society, VIX. vcn.bc.ca/bcapt, British Columbia Association for Play Therapy, CAPT. victoriaga.org, Gamblers Anonymous, GA, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. vmpia.org, Mental Patients Association. winebc.com, British Columbia Wine Institute, BCWI. Manitoba Mental Health Associations and Organizations. Manitoba.ca, Manitoba. Adam.mb.ca, Anxiety Disorders Association of Manitoba, Adam. afm.mb.ca, Addictions Foundation of Manitoba, AFM. Depression.mb.ca, Mood Disorders Association of Manitoba, MDAM. LDAmanitoba.org, Learning Disabilities Association of Manitoba, LDAM. MOSB.mb.ca, Manitoba Association of School Psychologists, MASP. MFEAT.ca, Manitoba Families for Effective Autism Treatment, MFEAT. MPS.mb.ca, Manitoba Psychological Society, MPS. MSS.mb.ca, Manitoba Schizophrenia Society, MSS. MTS.net/MTTN, Manitoba Therapeutic Touch Network, MTTN. MTS.net/MDSS, Manitoba Down Syndrome Society, MDSS. Psychiatricnurse.mb.ca, College of Registered Psychiatric Nurses of Manitoba, CRPNM. New Brunswick Mental Health Associations and Organizations. GNB.ca, New Brunswick. GNB.ca, New Brunswick, NB, Mental Health. NB.cmha.ca, Canadian Mental Health Association, CMHA, New Brunswick. NBLiquor.com, New Brunswick Liquor Corporation, NB Liquor. Schizophreniasociety.nb.ca, Schizophrenia Society of New Brunswick, SSNB. Newfoundland and Labrador Mental Health Organizations. gov.nl.ca, Newfoundland and Labrador. gov.nl.ca, Newfoundland and Labrador, NL, Mental Health On. nlpsych.ca, Association of Newfoundland Psychologists. cmhanl.ca, Canadian Mental Health Association, CMHA, Newfoundland and Labrador. health.gov.nl.ca/health/mhc.ca, Mental Health and Addictions Division, Department of Health and Community Services. op.nf.ca, Association of Allied Health Professionals Newfoundland and Labrador. health.gov.nl.ca/health, Department of Health and Community Services. healthy.nf.ca, Healthy Newfoundland and Labrador. nlcahr.mun.ca, Newfoundland and Labrador Centre for Applied Health Research Home. nlg.nf.ca, Newfoundland and Labrador Centre for Health Information, NLG. nlchiropractic.ca, Newfoundland and Labrador Chiropractic Association. nlhba.nf.ca, Newfoundland and Labrador Health Boards Association. nlhima.ca, Newfoundland and Labrador Health Information Management Association. nlmtb.ca, Newfoundland and Labrador Massage Therapists Board. publichealthlab.com/dev1, Newfoundland and Labrador Public Health Laboratory. nctrf.nf.ca, Newfoundland Cancer Treatment and Research Foundation. panel.net, Pharmacists Association of Newfoundland and Labrador, PANL. whscc.nf.ca, Workplace Health, Safety and Compensation Commission, WHSCC. Northwest Territories Mental Health Associations and Organizations. gov.nt.ca, Northwest Territories. hss.gov.nt.ca, Northwest Territories Department of Health and Social Services. gov.nt.ca, Northwest Territories, NT, Mental Health on. Nova Scotia Mental Health Associations and Organizations. novascotia.ca, Nova Scotia. novascotia.cmha.ca, Canadian Mental Health Association, Nova Scotia. nadaca.ca, Native Alcohol and Drug Abuse Counseling Association of Nova Scotia, NADACA. ssns.ca, Schizophrenia Society of Nova Scotia, SSNS. cpsns.ns.ca, College of Physicians and Surgeons of Nova Scotia. doctorsns.com, Doctors Nova Scotia. doctorsns.com, Medical Society of Nova Scotia. novascotia.ca/hpp/index.asp, Nova Scotia Health Promotion and Protection. Nunavut Mental Health Associations and Organizations. gov.nu.ca, Nunavut. hss.gov.nu.ca, Nunavut Department of Health and Social Services. Ontario Mental Health Associations and Organizations. ontario.ca, Ontario. adrao.on.ca, Alcohol and Drug Recovery Association of Ontario, ADRO. agco.on.ca, Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario, AGCO. anxietyontario.com, Anxiety Disorders Association of Ontario, ADAO. cpo.on.ca, College of Psychologists of Ontario, CPO. dart.on.ca, Drug and Alcohol Registry of Treatment, DART, Ontario, Canada. gamblingresearch.org, Ontario Problem Gambling Research Centre, ABCRC. lcbo.com, Liquor Control Board of Ontario, LCBO. mhnig.org, Mental Health Nursing Interest Group of Ontario, MITNIG. mooddisorders.on.ca, Mood Disorders Association of Ontario, MDAO. oasw.org, Ontario Association of Social Workers, OASW. obia.on.ca, Ontario Brain Injury Association, OBIA. occid.org, Ontario Community Council on Impaired Driving, OCSID. ocsarc.org, Ontario Consumers for Safe Access to Recreational Cannabis, OCSARC. ocswssw.org, Ontario College of Social Workers and Social Service Workers, OFCMHAP.on.ca, Ontario Federation of Community Mental Health and Addiction Programs, OFCMHAP. Ontario.cmha.ca, Canadian Mental Health Association, CMHA, Ontario. OntarioWineSociety.com, Ontario Wine Society, OWS. oocdn.org/default.asp, Ontario Obsessive Compulsive Disorder Network, OUPN. Ottawa.ca, Ottawa, Ontario, on. ppao.gov.on.ca, Psychiatric Patient Advocate Office, PPAO. Psychiatricsurvivors.org, Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa, PSO. ResponsibleGambling.org, Responsible Gambling Council, Ontario. sano.camh.net/WMAO, Withdrawal Management Association of Ontario, WMAO. Schizophrenia.on.ca, Schizophrenia Society of Ontario, SSO. SchizophreniaWindsor.com, Schizophrenia Society of Ontario, SSO, Windsor Essex Chapter. Toronto.ca, Toronto, Ontario, on. TorontoCompassionCentre.org, Toronto Compassion Centre, TCC. TorontoPsychoanalysis.com, Toronto Psychoanalytic Society and Institute, TPSI. VQAOntario.com, Vintners Quality Alliance Ontario, VQA Ontario. WinesOfOntario.org, Wine Council of Ontario, WCO. Prince Edward Island Mental Health Associations and Organizations. gov.pe.ca, Prince Edward Island. pei.cmha.ca, Canadian Mental Health Association, Prince Edward Island. Quebec Mental Health Associations and Organizations. Govy.qc.ca, Quebec. aqps.qc.ca, Association Québécoise des psychologues scolaires, AQPS. acsm.qc.ca, Canadian Mental Health Association, Quebec, l'Association canadienne pour la santé mentale, Division du Québec. Schizophrenie.qc.ca, Société québécoise de la schizophrénie, Quebec, Canada. Safer.qc.ca, Syndrome d'alcoolisation fetale face à l'alcool, Safer. Saskatchewan Mental Health Associations and Organizations. Saskatchewan.ca, Saskatchewan. CMHask.com, Canadian Mental Health Association, Saskatchewan. RPNAS.com, Registered Psychiatric Nurses Association of Saskatchewan, RPNAS. Schizophrenia.sk.ca, Schizophrenia Society of Saskatchewan, SSS. Yukon Mental Health Associations and Organizations. gov.yk.ca, Yukon. hss.gov.yk.ca/ads.php, Alcohol and Drug Services, Health and Social Services, Government of Yukon. cmha.ca/branch_locations/Yukon-division, Canadian Mental Health Association, Yukon. hss.gov.yk.ca, Yukon Department of Health and Social Services. ylc.yk.ca, Yukon Liquor Corporation, YLC, government agency that controls the purchase and sale of all beverage alcohol. yma.yk.ca, Yukon Medical Association, YMA. wcb.yk.ca, Yukon Workers' Compensation Health and Safety Board.